Hi. Hi, I'm Yana, or you can call me Jane, or Invi Jane. And I was inspired by Božek Hon, Božek, Czech YouTuber, and he is making daily vlogs. And every time I saw daily vlogs, it was always from somebody I already knew. So it was like Czech YouTuber meant. When I saw daily vlogs he did this summer, it was like I'm seeing men doing daily vlogs. But when I started watching Božek, it was like seeing a series of somebody. It was like new character. So I really liked how I enjoy the content, and I see that other people are also enjoying that. So that inspired me to also make daily vlogs. Or maybe I cannot really be that consistent, so maybe it will be like every few days. Maybe. I'll tell you what I will do today, but I'm not sure right now. There's definitely, there's much worse lighting. I am right now, and it will be probably a long time. I'm helping in art atelier in my hometown, and I am photographing there and making a video. So I'm just I'm collecting material there, and right now I have to see every photo and every video. And right now I'm choosing from the photos which are usable, I will use, and then I will how you say them? Not Photoshop them, but change the colors, the light, and things like that. I really like pushing the saturation like a lot. I love colors, and I usually like it light, and it's good, and like warmer light. I do not know actually, because it's like comfortable and like that, and I think it's oh sorry, I'm touching my microphone. And then I will put all the videos that I have in my program, and then I will make one video. Maybe I will show you the photos from my Instagram, how I like to edit them, yeah. How did I forget the word? In 2020 I really got into cottagecore, so I also sometimes added little fairies, and I still like it. But yeah, I am actually, I have every thing for edit for free, and it was really hard for me to find it, so I'm going to tell you. For photos I'm using Photopea, and you can find it on web. You don't have to, it's not any application, you don't have to download anything, and it's similar to Photoshop, I heard. I tried Photoshop a little bit and it was similar. And for my videos I'm using, and it took me so long, but I'm using HitFilm Express, and it's really good. Also sometimes I'm using CapCut, but that's mostly for, maybe I will use it now because it's for like the shorter format. But for these videos and for my older videos on YouTube, I'm using HitFilm Express because I think you can have more creativity with it. Or I do not know, it's more in your hands, but in the CapCut you have more like prepared things, which is good, which is not bad. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I did the photos. I'm going to have my meal. Come with me. Look who's here. It's my kitty. Her name is Mishka. it is fried. It is fried broccoli and fried cauliflower and potatoes. I add some rucola and I put mayonnaise here. I'm excited, and of course Mishka is near me because she always looks like she had not eaten in years, even though I know she ate because I'm feeding her.
But like, I don't know, I feel like we need spaces like this. We need more women-friendly spaces.
Dneska hosta vlastně potvrdil celou kariéru. Což je podcast, tady máme komika, stand-up komika a zároveň tvůrce na sociální sítě. Mně přijde divný influencer, protože pro mě influencer dá.
Oh my god. And now I'm going to make the video for the art atelier, but this time with my coffee. You might not believe me, but it's actually 18:45. So it basically took me 5 hours to make 3 minutes video. That's not normal. That's not how it should be. But now we are getting to the main point of this video. I want to tell you about the difference between cult and community. Sometimes I'm scared that I would be a victim of cult because I'm pretty... like, I trust people. I usually don't suspect anything bad about anyone. So I think this is even important for me, and I kind of, I think as everyone in this lifetime, I think we are so isolated from each other that everyone kind of in the bad times we crave community, we crave some oneness, because I would say that's the biggest curse of human soul, that we are lonely, that we are divided from others. Everyone is just small parts, we are alone. So I think that's why it's important to have some community, have some good friends, have good relationship with family, if it's possible, right? So I think it's important to have good people around you. And I know that from the beginning, some of the cults may seem like community and you might not know the difference. And I thought that it's mainly problem in the US, because that's where all the documentaries and all the cults I heard about they were mainly from. But I kind of realized that there are also cults here in Czechia. They are all around the world. So I want to show you some differences between the cult and community. And first I want to say it's very hard, and I don't want to shame anyone if they would not recognize it. I would say this is mainly for people like me who have no experiences with cult. So it's like prevention, so you can see it from far, be one step ahead, but it's hard because the cults, I would say, they know people are lonely and people are looking for communities, so they might be kind of hidden by the veil of community. But these are the differences that I found on the internet and I could think of. So the first thing is, in community there are no hidden things. There is nothing hidden, but in cult you find some things later, which also I'm not sure if I should really include it. So maybe it's like 0, because it's something you need to know, but it's not really a sign that you can see, because they will reveal some things later. So it's quite harder to see it at first, because they literally don't want you to see it. In community there are no hidden rules, there are no hidden things, there are no hidden ceremonies. You know what you are standing on in a community. Also, I wanted to tell you about my, how you say it? I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about communities, because I was living for 1 month in France in a community. They were just starting, everyone was new and it was like starting to be community, and we were living there for the month. So that was great. I was there and we had to figure things out, and everyone was from different parts of the world. I've become friends with these people, and so that's great. So I know what I'm talking about with communities. And I also was in a community this summer for 2 months, but it was I was in mental hospital this summer, and it was quite different section. It was like psychotherapeutic section of the mental hospital, because usually it's, you know, it's large complex, and you have buildings for different kinds of patients, right? This section was for everyone going there for 2 months and living there more in community. There were group therapy, everything was being dealt by the community, and there was like commune living. We had the like same activities, and we were in the group, and we had this community evening. Everyone had their task. Everyone was had their task, and it was changing. Maybe each week you would have different kind of job for the week. So at first you just got there, you are new, so you have no job. Then for another week maybe you are watering the plants, and near the end of your stay you are the leader, which meant you are the main person who communicates with the doctors and nurses and the community and the people there, and you are organizing everyone, and you are you are calling everyone to go to the activities there. So I lived in 2 communities, so that's my resume. So yeah, so now that was the 0, and now the actual first. In community, the leadership is either shared for everybody, or it's rotated, how it was in the mental hospital. It rotates every other week. Someone else is the leader, or everyone is the leader, everyone, which I think the shared one might be quite harder. So I think maybe for communities it would be good for the rotating. But in cult, there's one leader usually. Cult is built like pyramid, you know. There's one leader who is the one everyone is going to. There's no higher person than them. They usually have, like how I said, it's pyramid. There's one person, and they also have some favorites, some elite. And it's interesting how in these religious cults you also have some person who's the leader, and they usually say that they are communicating with the God. Now, second, community is open to new things. Even community that is existing for a long time, they are open to new things, to new ideas, to discussions, to new beliefs. But in cult, you already have it set. You already have it done. All the things are predestined, prescribed. You cannot bring anything new. Third sign, in community, you can disagree and still be part of it. In cult, not possible at all. And I think even when you say something they don't like from the beginning, they will try to slowly, like very nicely maybe, try to influence you to believe their way, because they believe that their way is the only right way, because that's what the leader says. In a cult, the beliefs are absolute. You cannot doubt about anything. You cannot question what's happening. And I think that's a very important sign. Fourth sign, you cannot be punished in community. Community should be a friends group. Everyone has the same value. It should not be trying to bring you up. Cult punishes you. It punishes you over even the smallest things, so you are straight in the line. Fifth, I think maybe that's obvious, but I still wanted to add it. In community, new members are welcomed, they are freely welcomed, and they are also free to leave. They can leave, obviously. But in cult, you are pressured to stay. In cult, you cannot leave. The goal is you are staying and you are being put in the box. Community is inclusive. They welcome anybody. But cult is exclusive. They believe that their way is the only right way. That if somebody is doing something differently, they are doing it wrong. And they believe that even if they have maybe the same religion, people with the same religion are still doing things wrong because they are not in the cult, in the same group. So the cult usually has the only right way. And usually people in cult, they think they have some special mission or some knowledge that is not known to everybody and can be known only for people in the cult. They are believing that they are special. They are exclusive over everybody else. Sign number 6. That was too happy. I'm talking about cults. I was too happy. Individuality and group identity. In community, you are your own person. In community, you are being encouraged. Community encourages your own personality. You are valued for who you are. In cult, you are being transformed. Your identity is being stripped out of you. you are not supposed to be one person. In cult, it's focusing on the mass. You're supposed to be the group. There should not be any differences. In community, there are different kinds of people being together, being friends. In some cults, it's more visible than in others. I'm mainly thinking now about Heaven's Gate, where people were wearing the same clothes, wearing the same shoes, having the same haircut. They all shaved their heads. Also, they changed their names. Sign number 7. Isolation. People from community are welcomed to have like another friends. People in community are allowed to be with their family, other friends, to be in a relationship with somebody who's not in the community. In cult, that's not possible, or that's not allowed. You are being isolated from your family slowly. And maybe you might feel like the cult is now your new family. They are better, and you are. They want you to find partner in the cult, or they want you to bring somebody new in there. But they need to be in it. They need to be in the cult with you. You are not allowed to have friends in different settings. You are having your only contact with people is in the cult. You can also see it in the obvious ones when they are literally being put in separate land with nobody else around, with no contact of the other world. But also I'm thinking now about Scientology, when you are seemingly just being in the super group for, I don't know, or like in the group that are trying to make you better, you know, just the starting courses for Scientology. But you are still being told there that there are people who are bringing you down, and you are only should talk to people who have the same mindset as you, have the same goals as you. Meaning also you are supposed to be only with the people in the same cult, in the same old, which I'm telling you also, no matter if you are interested in being in community or if you are not interested in maybe cults and you are still watching this, go out of your bubble. Do it, because I'm also living in my bubble, and I'm sure my views are right, but I still go and try to see it from other ways and try to rationalize it, or try to understand it from the point of their view, of other people's view, even from I try to understand why they are thinking that, not meaning that I would that I allow it, that I think it's right and I think everybody should have their own opinion. No, but I just want to step out of my bubble from time to time, so I'm not being stuck in there, even though I changed my opinions throughout the years, but obviously now I think that my opinions are right. I don't think I'm viewing things wrong way, because if I did, I would change them, right? Step out of your bubble often, because it's good for even for deepening your own views, or maybe learning something new. And I also think that you just learn more about people. Last sign, number 8, emotional manipulation, or like how you feel after being in the group. Cult uses guilt and shame, and community usually supports mental health and overall well-being. And when we are talking about the early signs, I was thinking mainly about like some first conversation you have with these people. Maybe I understand they also might feel like, oh, I feel nice after being with them. But I would say maybe they leave some kind of guilt or shame in you for some small things, and you think you have to change that about you, but when you think about it deeply, you can just see that they are using the shame and guilt. I should say some examples so it's clearer. Yeah, now I can only think of right now about the Scientology. You can see some video from them or be on you can meet them and you are like, yeah, I'm motivated, I will get my life together right now, but they make you feel guilty about yourself, and I don't think that's ever good. It was never ever motivating for me to feel guilt. I think even if somebody is living loser life, I don't think guilt will help them. So that was the 8 signs. I hope it was interesting to listen. Let me know, please, actually let me know in the comments how you like this, if you are finding this interesting, if you find this interesting. And also I want to say that I think there are many better people to talk about cults. Obviously some ex-cult members. I'm putting some socials of ex-cult members I'm following, I'm watching often. I don't remember any of them from my head, sorry, I'm terrible with names. So definitely watch them if you are interested in this. I'm not sure if any of ex-cult members will see this. I wrote something that I want to read, and I wrote it, I don't remember it from my head too. So I hope this video wasn't insulting in any way. And I want to say that the time you spend there doesn't define you or limit you or your future. You have gained strength and resilience and insight that many people will never will. Your journey is uniquely yours, and you are not behind anyone. You are just on different path. No experience is wasted if it teaches you something. You are not behind. You are starting fresh with new perspective, and that will serve you in ways you might not even realize yet. There is no lost time because of the time you spent in cult. You deserve to give yourself the same patience and kindness you would give to your friend in your position. Healing and rebuilding takes time, and you are exactly where you need to be right now. That's what I wanted to say to the ex-cult members, but also to anyone who needed to hear this right now. And yeah, that's everything for today's video. So yeah, bye.